Remember, the formation is 4-3-3 for South Sudan with Majak, Mali, and Mawit, of course, between the sticks. And then there's Atendele Girigamawa, who is playing on the right. But don't forget, on the left is Joseph Justin Bakasoro. Remember, he actually scored in the last game against Djibouti. That means he comes into this game with a lot of confidence, knowing very well the angles of what to do in the match. Meanwhile, the number of players like Gama William, remember Gama Emmanuel Rada is the player in the midfield, control the midfield, but again there's the Wanga, who is actually playing down on the left side of the pitch. On the right is Guy Kur. Don't forget Kiri Mangar Majak is the player to be marking down on the left, alongside Otto, who is playing down on the right, has a right winger. But of course, leading the line is Jock, just number 17. He's the player starting this game in terms of the striking department. Otherwise, there are a number of players on the bench like Matthias Sebit. Godwin Gusuk is one of the players on the bench. Malik Rehananger, Ajak Chol, Riak Joffrey, Iyani Mariel Santos, Peter Sande, Makoi Chan, Peter Deng, Okocha Rasid, alongside Benjamin Lako. Even Nicholas Mading, the third choice goalkeeper, is on the bench for South Sudan. But of course, for Djibouti, there are a number of players starting this game. But remember, all scored is being remarked by one player called Akipino Samuel. He played his football here in the country for Al Merrikh Football Club, and as of now, he's now representing Djibouti. I'm talking about Akipino Samuel. He is the player to lead the line for Djibouti national team in this game. Otherwise, the goalkeeper is Yusuf Said, alongside Kayen Abibi, the Samuel. Don't forget Abdallah Yusuf, Arifate Edison, Mohamed Said Umar, Mohamed Hossein Abubakar, Warsama Hassan Ahmed Zakaria, Aseni Hugo Idrise Ahmed. It is exactly 3 p.m. Central African time. We are live at Juba National Stadium. Remember, South Sudan versus Djibouti. It is called African Cup of Nations preliminary round. Both teams will hope. Akipino Samuel. Djibouti trying to do a counter as Ali has now. Just number 21. Of course, our first involvement for Majak within a minute. Now, Kirimangar down on the left for South Sudan. Looking for just number 17. But unfortunately, seems to be blown away. But above all, he wins a throw-in for the country. Remember, South Sudan have actually made a couple of changes into the squad with a number of players involved this time around. Justin played for Qatar Football Club. He moved on to Al Merrikh, and that's where he's playing right now. I'm talking about Justin Bakasoro, one of the fullbacks you can definitely put your money on. Of course, South Sudan is still having more over the ball. Atendele Grigamawa. Very good play from just number 19, but of course, still scooping. Delivery, an opportunity. Kilimangar. Of course, a good trial from just number 7, and that is Kurkai Kur. Now Djibouti on the counter. Nice defending from Teng. Remember, in the last 3 matches, South Sudan have never lost to Djibouti. First free kick of the game, and this is for Djibouti. Just number 10 seems to be the player who is likely to take it. That's Mr. Warsama Hassan. Remember, 6 teams will definitely be joining the group stage qualifiers, and South Sudan is one of them. If at all they can finish this business, delivered very well. But of course, an appeal there from Djibouti national team calling for probably a handball. The center referee says there's nothing. Djibouti. Remember, Djibouti are ranked 196 in the FIFA rankings. But of course, South Sudan are at 166. Defensive header direct to Yusuf Said. Yusuf fight just number 14, Mohammed Said Umar. Down to Warsama Hassan. Remember, Djibouti playing the same formation with South Sudan, 4-3-3. Arifate Edilson. Back to Arifate. Arifate switching to the left, but of course Atendele Kirika have to respond very quickly. Center referee says it is a push and definitely a foul. Free kick to South Sudan. Remember, it was a big moment for the captain of the team. I'm talking about Peter Mayen. He returned with a goal, and good to see him. Djibouti trying to build from the back through just number 10. That's Mr. Warsama Hassan. It goes to Hugo. Back to Warsama. Djibouti knows very well they have something to do very much important. If at all they can. Peter, the captain, protecting it very, very well. Otherwise, it is still 0-0. This is the second leg of the Africa Cup of Nations. So we're talking about preliminary round, and this is the second leg. We're live at Juba National Stadium. South Sudan versus Djibouti. First leg ended 4-0 with a number of goal scorers, and most of them are still part of the team in this game, starting the games. Bakassi looking for Kirimangar, but goes cleared by just number 5 for Djibouti, and that is Ahmed Zakaria. It is a throw in to South Sudan. Seven minutes already into the halftime. Don't forget that 6 winners of the home and away ties will definitely progress down to the next round. Interesting free kick to South Sudan. And you may think this is a moment for the home side to add to their tally. Kirimangar alongside Gama. William, one of them will probably take it. That means one of them will surely be the person to take the free kick. Number of players in the box, like just number 20, Mr. Teng Mawen, including Peter, delivered very well, but again, Good defending from Djibouti. It goes to Peter Atendele Kirikamawa. Good touch for Martin. Goes for a goal, but very soft for Yusuf. And that is a sort of target for South Sudan. Djibouti continues to build from the back via Mohamed Said Umar. He goes to the captain of the team now, jersey number 3. And that is Idrisse Hamid. Idrisse finds Arifate. Back to Arifate for Djibouti. But I think the counter could not go according to the plan. In the last couple of matches, Majak has enjoyed very good football. Keeping a clean sheet is not for everyone, and he did that last time out. A chance for Akibino Samuel. Very nice defending from the backline of South Sudan. That was definitely something nice for Akibino Samuel. Akibino Samuel knows the Bright Stars very well. He played for Almeric. That means he knows all the corners. And that's why today he's starting this game for Djibouti. Mohamed Hassan Abubakar. Abubakar wins a throw-in for Djibouti. Remember, 10 minutes is still into the halftime. And we're live at Juba National Stadium. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the 2027 AFCON preliminary round. All about the road to Pamoja. Majak, nice gesture from Atendele Kirika, but of course, just number 10 lost it. It goes to Kiri Mangar now. Now Kiri Mangar down on the left. Finds William Gama. William Gama still with the ball. Looks for support. And gets a 10. Interesting movement for South Sudan via 10. It goes to Martin Otto. Jirika is the player to take the throw-in. And of course, first actually, assistant referee says wrong throw. Definitely foul rather. Just number 4 is the player to take it for Djibouti. I'm talking about Aseni Hugo. Aseni Hugo for Djibouti. Remember, 12 minutes already played, and this is still half time. We're live at Juba National Stadium. After the captain of the team for that is Djibouti. Idrissa Hormut finds Hugo. I think Djibouti are trying to play more of actually they are trying to play back, yeah, playing more of on the back. You may think defensively the home side is more much ready. Hugo needs the support. Akipino losing it, unfortunately for South Sudan. And the South Sudan down on the counter. Offside flag. Again, it's just number 17. Remember, Djibouti, in the last couple of matches, Djibouti actually have not won any game, apart from some friendlies are played against Mauritania and Pakistan. That was back in 2023. That was actually the time they had a victory. Very much poor now from the back line of Djibouti. It is a throw-in for South Sudan. Remember, 13 minutes played, and we're still talking about halftime at Juba National Stadium. Don't forget, in the last 3 meetings, South Sudan have been actually enjoying victories against Djibouti. Besides the first leg, they were able to beat Djibouti 1-0. That was in 2022. A free kick for South Sudan. And Justin Bakassi is the player standing behind the ball. He's actually having a fantastic moment right here. Bakassi, too much soft. I think the idea is to look for Peter Mayen. Arifate to Hugo. Now Mohamed Said Umar back to Arifate Edrison. Djibouti are looking for a possible way, if at all they can. Now Warsama down on the right, but nice defending from the back line of South Sudan. Free kick for the Bright Star. Now Majak. And of course, given away a chance for Djibouti. He goes down, but I think considering for instance there's nothing. William Gama for South Sudan down on the left finds Kirimangar one-on-one. Kirimangar driving, looking for just number 17. That's nice defending from the back line of Djibouti. Now William Gama seems to be all over on the pitch. Atendele Girigamawa. Jackson. Back to Jackson. Jackson is one for the names, but in he finds Martin Otto. Atendele Girigamawa. Djibouti defending solidly. Akipino Sami finds Warsama to Mohamed Said, looking for Abidele Yusuf, but again very much harder for him. 17 minutes played. We're talking about halftime at Juba National Stadium. South Sudan versus Djibouti. Given it very quickly now, Kirimangar driving, looking for the space, goes for his own. So much close. He's always dangerous on those angles. That's Mr. Kirimangar. That is definitely a good chance for South Sudan to add to the tally. I'm talking about the 4 goals are scored in the first leg. Otherwise, Mr. Arifate Edrison is the player down, and the medical attention is definitely needed to intervene. The game is 0-0 in case you have just joined us. This is South Sudan versus Djibouti. We are live at Juba National Stadium. Remember, South Sudan definitely enjoyed a huge victory in the first leg after a couple of losses, including a 2-0 loss against Syria in the FIFA Arab Cup. But then there was a bad draw against Togo in the World Cup qualifiers. But again, there was that scoreline of Senegal beating South Sudan 5-0. This is some of the scorelines are played. I mean, some of the matches are played. I think Arifate is not going to continue for Djibouti. He's been involved a lot in the ball. I think this is a blow. Losing your best player at this kind of minutes will surely affect you as a team. But of course, other players are taking these chances as for cooling, and of course, a number of our players are trying to talk to the technical department, including South Sudan as well. And I think the home side is playing this game without any pressure, no panic, no rush, and knowing very well one leg is already into the next round, and that will be the group stage qualifiers. Remember, Djibouti have enjoyed a couple of losses some times back before South Sudan actually beating them 4-0 last time out. They lost 1-0 against Varian in the FIFA Arab Cup first qualifying round. But again, they also lost 2-1 against Sierra Leone in the World Cup qualifiers, including 3-0 loss against Egypt. Well, Arifate is the player who is not going to continue for Djibouti. That means Yebe is the player coming on. Yebe will have something very special to do, especially putting on the shoes of Arifate. And that is so far one of the changes at halftime. Of course, we are back to the action. He is now the captain of the team. First involvement, Mohamed Said finds definitely very good touch from Kur, but not enough for Samuel Otto. Now Yebe. Goes to Doc. Djibouti still looking for possible ways. Otto to Jackson. Free kick to Djibouti. And just number 10 is the player who is been fouled. We're talking about Warsama Hassan. Now Yebe finds just number 4, Hugo. In terms of having more of the ball, definitely Djibouti has been having more of the ball so far. It tells you how probably they aim for something in the second leg. but can they really achieve the dream that looks impossible? I believe it is a question you and I is asking. Mohamed Hassan Abubakar to Yebe. Yebe looking for Akipino Samuel. Akipino fouled. And it is a free kick for Djibouti. Peter Mayen complaining, saying, Center referee Isua. But this is a chance for Djibouti. Can they convert it? Remember last time out, there were a number of games are played routine at this competition with a Chad losing 4 goals against Burundi, but against Somalia had a parent draw against Mauritania's 0-0, including Salges and Lesotho 0-0. Eritrea beating Eswatini by 2-0. Now Warisama Hassan is the player to take the free kick for Djibouti. Warisama versus Majak. Warisama. It is a sword, but of course too much high. I think he had the idea. "25 minutes played, and they were still talking about halftime at Juba National Stadium. South Sudan versus Djibouti. All about the road to Pamoja. Remember, Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda will host it. I'm talking about 2027 AFCON. Taken away by just number 24 for Djibouti. Still up looking, are still going very much stronger, but of course, a sort. Good defending from William Kama for South Sudan. Nayebe. Picked easily by Atendele Girika. Now Kiri Mangar down on the left for South Sudan, looking for support. Finds Kama William back to Kiri Mangar, but of course recovered by Djibouti. To just number 11, Mohamed Hassan Abubakar. Recovered by the home team. Kiri Mangar looking for a support. Finds a Jackson. Jackson looking for Otto. Too much for Otto. It is a throw-in to Djibouti. Mohamed Said Omar. Djibouti seems to be increasing the momentum of the game, knowing very well that's what they can do. Akipino versus Peter Mayeng. Looking for support, and that's Mr. Akipino. Finds Calvin Api. Akipino goes for a shot. Offside flag against the progress of Djibouti. As center referee says, it is time for you to go and cool your throats. Go and probably take some water. That is what the center referee is saying. That means remember, it is still halftime. Of course, we're live at Juba National Stadium. South Sudan versus Djibouti. Don't forget, this game is played behind closed doors. There are no fans, no spectators, as it is what CAF has actually come with. That's why these teams are playing without their 12th player, and that is the fans. Remember, as of early this year, South Sudan actually men's national football team is ranked 168 in the world by FIFA. That means that currently South Sudan are ranked 168. For Djibouti, they are 196 currently in the world. Water break seems to be over. And there's a bit of a rush from Majak. Very much fresh from the water break. Kirimanga. Seems like he wants to drive down on the left. Very difficult for Mr. Dur. Remember, Dur is one of the newly actually players that are lately included to the team. Of course, William Kama to Kirimangar. Kirimangar goes for delivery, but he wins a throw in the process. Justin is the player to take the throw. Justin to Jackson, but of course losing it unfortunately to Djibouti. Free kick to the Vistas. Yebe. Back to Yebe from Mohamed Said Umar. Hugo. A foul there on Abdele Yusuf. That means Djibouti will have a free kick. Idrisse Hamid is the player who seems to be ready to taking it. Delivered by Idrisse, but of course are failing to find Akipino. Majak is the player to take a goal kick for South Sudan. He's one of the towering goalkeepers definitely within the country. Very confident. That's Mr. Majak Mawit. Played his football in Australia before coming back home and now playing for Jammus Football Club. Jackson Atendele Girigama, former of Neck Football Club in Uganda. Nice movement from the home side. It goes to Kurugai. Now Dog. Very hard for Dog to succeed, but of course now Djibouti finds a new rhythm. It goes to Yusuf, the goalkeeper. Idrisse Hamid. Back to Yusuf. Yusuf clears from his territory. A touch from Warsama Hassan. Good defending from Justin Bakassi. Al-Merik Football Club fullback. Idrisse Hamid. To Yebe. Now Yebe for Djibouti. Down on the left. Back to Yebe. He's been involved so much in the game so far. Now Hugo, back to Yebe. It goes to Mohamed Said. The delivery, so much complicated for Majak. He flashes away. It is a throw-in to Djibouti. think Majak is complaining somehow with the sunlight. Delivers. Atendele Kilias from his territory. Finds a dog. Remember, Dog is now the player leading the line for South Sudan. But of course, as I said, there are a number of changes that the country have done in terms of the squad. Number of our players has been left out this time around, including Okelo Tito, Kirimangar. Looking for a support still, Kirimangar. Losing possession. Now Djibouti via just number 23, and that is Khalid Abibi. To Ahmed Zakaria. Ahmed Zakaria looking for Yebe. Djibouti continues to press if they can. But can they continue to do that in the final third? It goes to Hugo. And of course, a nice touches right there from the visitors. Well, a clearance there from Mr. Teng Mawin Kwal, one of the goal scorers last time out. And nothing very much sweet than scoring on your debut. That was what Kwal actually did last time out for the country. Now Yebe this time around involved much in the deeper role. Goes to Mohamed Said Omar, back to Yebe. Yebe for Djibouti. It goes to just number 4. Hugo depossessed, but is still recovering very quickly. Of course, Ahmed Zakaria for Djibouti, looking for Akipino Samuel. Good play from Mr. Atendele Girikamawa, recovering the ball right there. It goes to Dog. Given away by Kur. And there's going to be a draw in to Djibouti. That is 6 minutes played. We're still talking about halftime right here at Juba National Stadium. Now Dog looking for Kirimangar down on the left for South Sudan. It goes to Kai. Now William Kama finds Jackson. Jackson finds Atendele Kerika. Back to Jackson. Jackson looking for a delivery process, but again reaching to Dog, but of course deflected. Recovered quickly by Atendele Kerika. It goes to Teng. Still Teng for South Sudan. Jackson Tuanga. Justin Bakasi Bakasoro. Jackson, more of a distributor today. Now Peter Mayeng to Samuel Otto, looking strongly, but of course depossessed. And Djibouti recovers. A free kick to South Sudan. But then there's a real complaint from Mohamed Hassan Abubakar to the center referee. Yebe still appealing for the decision, but it stands. It is a free kick to South Sudan, and Justin is the player who's likely going to be taking it, as the wall is actually formed already. Number 4 players. Justin goes for delivery, direct to the goalkeeper Yusuf. Yebe. To Khalid Abibi. Khalid Abibi goes down. The referee says there's nothing. Jackson. Back to Jackson from Peter Mayen. This time around, very good ball to Dog. First touch is nice. Samuel Otto is the player today to be marking down on the right side of the pitch as a winger. He played for Qatar Football Club, played for Jamus, now at Al Hilal. Yebe finds Hugo, because Hugo alongside Yebe at the center backs, and I think they are enjoying the ball more. Yusuf out of his territory. Atendele Kilias from his own half. It is a throw-in to Djibouti. .39 minutes played. We're still talking about half-time. Remember, there are no goals so far, but of course, the first leg ended 4-0 in favor of South Sudan, with number of goal scorers involved in that game, like Justin Bakasi, even Peter Mayen, Kiri Mangar, and Teng as well. Ahmed Zakaria. A very good play. A chance for Djibouti. Good defense from Atendele Kirga. And Djibouti wins a corner kick. Taken very quickly, but of course, second assistant says rolling ball. A chance for Djibouti, recovered very quickly by William Kama, but again Djibouti recovers also. A delivery. Kiri Mangar is fouled, and it is a free kick to South Sudan. Remember, both teams actually, both countries have got a definite number of players on the bench. You may think the bench will surely do something in the second half, with number of players for South Sudan like Matthias Sebit, Rian Anger is still on the bench, Ajak Chol, Riak, Geoffrey, Iyani, Mariel Santos, Peter Sunday, Chan Peter, Okocha Rasid, including Benjamin Lako, even Nicholas Mading, Godul Yugusuk. These are some of the players on the bench, including Malik for South Sudan. But of course, for Djibouti, the number of players on the bench, definitely, like Ibrahim Idrise, Sadiq Ayedeni, Gabriel, Yusuf Ismail, Ramadan Abedi, even Mahmoud Amir. Jackson, free kick. Dog is the player. Guy is the player fault. Remember, Guy is one of the players that are playing, by the way, in these national colors for the very first time or second time. Kiri Mangar depossessed. Free kick to South Sudan. William Gama is having a very nice game right from the first leg. I think he's trying to just transfer it right about here to the second leg. To the marking for Jamus Football Club. Now, Atendele Girigama was switching, looking for a support offside flag. Again, it's Kiri Mangar, and it is a free kick to Djibouti. The game is 0-0. 43 minutes already played. We're talking about halftime. South Sudan 0, Djibouti 0. All about the road to Pamoja. Remember, 6 teams will be progressing from this very competition called the preliminary round. 6 teams will be joining others in what we call the group stage qualifiers. And remember, that is actually where there's always a big mountain to climb for South Sudan. Don't forget, both countries are all trying their best when it comes to qualifying to their first AFCON, if possible. Peter Mayeng to Teng looking for Mr. Kuru, and nice pressure from Kuru. As a result, it is definitely a throw in to South Sudan. Bakassi is the player taking the throw in, but of course, there's a nice fight from Kurgai, and Kurgai wins a corner kick for South Sudan. Can they end halftime in style? Can they end halftime with smiling faces? This is something I believe you and I would want to see. But again, Kirimangara is the player who is going to be delivering from a corner. But area looks congested. How center referee tries to clear. Peter Mayeng is in the box, including Teng. He scored from a corner kick last time out, and he would love to do again. Kirimanga delivers, nice corner. But of course, who's going to finish it? There's an appeal going on from the South Sudan players, but again, for the there's nothing. As Djibouti goes for a counter through Abdel Yusuf. Finds Khalid Nabibi. Abdel Yusuf still. Good defending from Bakassi. Now Jackson for South Sudan. Jackson looking for a support. He finds Otto driving into the mix. Otto succeeding. Jackson, William Gama, back to Jackson, finds Peter Mayeng. Jackson has been really a great distributor in the game so far, right from the first leg until now. Now, Kirimangar is the player fouled. First yellow card of the game goes to Idris Ahmed of Djibouti. It is a free kick to South Sudan. Mohamed Hassan Abubakar is not a happy man. Just number 11 of Djibouti. But above all, it is a free kick to South Sudan. Can South Sudan produce something here? Delivered. Definitely, it is a goal kick. Remember, in most of the meetings between Djibouti and South Sudan has been victorious in most of the cases. besides the senior national team, even other levels, the under 23s, the under 20s, and others, including ladies. Jackson goes to Duke, and of course now finds very good one to Duke, looking for an opportunity, but again, that's defending from the back line of Djibouti. But of course, half time, we're talking about South Sudan and Djibouti. Djibouti tried their best in terms of creating chances, in terms of probably breaking the deadlock. And again, the South Sudan tried their best in terms of adding the goals kind of the first leg. But above all, nothing happened. It is halftime. South Sudan nil, Djibouti nil. Second half will be coming up next. Thank you so much.
Jason Samson was in Djibouti. It was a short break and then we come back to the center. Substitution for team South Sudan, going in shirt number 12. Jackson Pierre going out, shirt number 19. Martin Oferta, team South Sudan.
Yes, welcome back up from the break. We're talking about the second half right about now at Juba National Stadium. Remember, South Sudan versus Djibouti is the game you're watching. But so far, the home side has actually done one change already. That means that Martin is the player who is already off for just number 12. That's Ajak Chol Riak. That means Ajak Chol Riak will now see what to do playing on the right side of the pitch as the right winger for the home side. But of course, for the visitors, there are no changes apart from Yebe, who came on earlier in the half time for one player called Arifate, who actually got an injury. That means the formation remains the same for both teams. Majak Malian Mawit is the goalkeeper for South Sudan. But don't forget there's Atendele Kirikamawa. Don't forget Teng Mawen Kwal. Well, is the player who is on already. Meanwhile, Kiri Mangar is the player playing on the left. Bakasi Justin is playing on the left as a left fullback rather, but again there's Jackson Tuwanga alongside William Gama in midfield as a cool guy as well. But remember, Peter Mayen is the captain of the team. He is at the back. For Djibouti, Yusuf is the goalkeeper. He's called Yusuf Said alongside Kali Abibi. But remember, leading the line is Samuel Akipino. Again, there's Abdele Yusuf. Yebe is in the team. Mohamed Said Umar, Mohamed Hassan Abubakar, Warsama Hassan Ahmed Zakaria, Mr. Hugo Idrissa Hamid. Remember, both teams are actually using 4-3-3. Now Doc for South Sudan. Very, very poor from Jackson Tuwanga. Mohamed Hassan. Peter Mayen clears from his territory. It is a draw-in, definitely for Djibouti. Kiri Mangar very quickly for South Sudan. Now just number 4 for Djibouti, and that is Mr. Hugo. Hugo finds Yusufa Said, the goalkeeper, but again, it goes to Hugo. Yusuf clears from his own territory. Otherwise, it's already a second half of this very game. Remember, South Sudan nil, Djibouti nil. This is the second leg of the preliminary round. It is called the Pamoja, all about the road to Pamoja, if not the 2027 AFCON. Majak. It goes to Jackson Dewanga. But again, very good defensive abilities applied by Djiboutian side. William Gama, direct to Kiri Manar. Kirimangar down on the left, looking for Justin Bagasi, depossessed. But again, recovered very quickly by Ajak, who just came on. Delivers. Definitely, it is a corner kick, first corner kick of the second half for South Sudan. Definitely, they'll have to see what to do in this corner kick right here. South Sudan are looking at adding more of the goals, or adding more to the goals that they scored in the first leg. But Djibouti will have to console themselves by at least getting something. Nice delivery. Goes to Gama William. Another corner kick to South Sudan. There's a nice presser from the home side. And Cool Guy is the player to deliver from the corner kick. Nice deliveries from him. A header from Teng. Now Djibouti down on the counter through just number 11, Mohamed Hassan. Mohamed Hassan dribbling down on the right. Yellow card to just number 20 for South Sudan, and that is Mr. Teng Mawen. And that is definitely a deserved one because he pulled it down just number 11 for Djibouti, and that is Mohamed Hassan Abubakar. Second yellow card of the game. And this is an opportunity for the visitors. Jackson Duanga is blocking Djibouti from taking it very quickly, and that is definitely traditional for the game. You don't have to allow your opponents to build a bit too quick in taking set pieces, because you may need your team to get ready and prepared. Ahmed Zakaria delivers direct to Majak, and soft one to the goalkeeper. I'm talking about Majak Malian Mawit. Remember, he's country's number one, and there are a lot of factors surrounding him. That's why he is the number one for the Bright Star. Jackson. Very poor this time from Jackson. It finds Warsama Hassan for Djibouti, but of course Jackson down in the middle, looking for a support. Finds William Kama behind him. Kirimangar looking for space, but of course Justin delivers. Good delivery, but again good defending from backline of Djibouti. William Kama once more. Kirimangar. Very poor for Kirimangar. Djibouti recovers the ball, returns to Kirimangar. William Kama. Jackson with a soft delivery, but again recovered quickly by the backline of Djibouti. It goes just number 20, and that's a Teng Mawen to Justin Bakasi, Bakasoro, Justin to Kirimangar. Kirimangar feeling, but finds a door. It goes to number 17. Playing, by the way, on the right. Just allowing just number 12, Mr. Ajak Chol Riak, to play in the central forward. And these are some of the changes that probably happened already in the second half. The game is 0-0. This is so far the second half of the game already. Akipino versus Peter Mayen, but of course Peter Mayen reacted fast. Free kick to Djibouti. Hugo to Mohamed Hassan. Mohamed Hassan finds Ahmed Zakaria. A pressure, but of course, almost a problem for Djibouti. Because reacted very, very quickly. Akipino Samuel. Failing. Free kick to South Sudan. After very nice work done by Teng Mawen. Remember Teng Mawen. Teng Mawen, Ajak Chol, good guy, Jackson Twanga. These players, of course, this is definitely their first or second calls in the national team or involvement. Makasi now involved in a more advanced role. Makasi goes for delivery, but goals are very much poor this time around to goalkeeper Yusuf. Remember, Yusuf is the custodian for Djibouti national team. A bit of a confusion here. Akipino goes for a shot. But I think that was the right idea from him. Majak to Teng, back to Majak. Majak stayed 1 year without a club before signing finally for Jamuz. He had some short spells with the Jamuz Football Club before taking a break, probably, where he stayed for a couple of months without playing. But in the latest actually transfer, he finally signed for Jamuz. William Gama. William Gama is one of the old players playing for the national team. He has a couple of caps for the country. He played for a number of clubs in Uganda, including NEC Football Club and even Onduparaga as well. But before joining Jamuz, he played for Melekia Football Club. Remember, it is a free kick to Djibouti national team. The goalkeeper is the man taking responsibility. Ajak. William Kama with a soft touch to Kirimangar. Kirimangar down on the left, looking for a space. Kirimangar! That is a nice save. But of course, the rebound has to be a goal kick. But of course, what a chance for Kirimangar. He always has that eye of a goal. He always creates that space to Alisa put something in the back of the net. Djibouti preparing two fresh blood to come into the game and also try to do their best. I'm talking about just number 9, Gabriel Dadesi, and Mahmoud Amir. Peter depossessed, but of course Majak getting it very, very softly. Remember, Atendele Giriga is in need of a treatment. Currently playing for Jamuz Football Club, but remember, he moved from NEC down in the Uganda Premier League. but he played for a couple of clubs, including
Substitution for team.
former, including a club called Senke Football Club,
Shirt number
currently Wakiso Giants.
Gabriel Ortiz. Going out, shirt number 23. And Ali Yahya. And also going in, shirt number
Remember,
17.
judge number 13 is coming off.
Ali Mohammed Hassan. And going out, shirt number 13. Sadiq Aiden.
Otherwise, the injury on Atendele Geriga looks like a serious one. Medical team is deeply involved. Atendele Gerigama has been really a wall fenced probably guy in terms of the back line, especially for South Sudan. And he always delivers when he is needed. That is definitely unfortunate. Two players leaving the pitch because of an injury. Arifate earlier left for Djibouti. Now Atendele Gerigamawa for South Sudan. But as things stand right about now, South Sudan are down to 10 men because Atendele Geriga is still receiving treatment outside. So definitely it depends on what would be probably the outcome, whether it's going to continue or not. Which I believe technical team will have to check out. Just number 10 is coming off for Djibouti. I'm talking about Barisama Hassan allowing just number 17 to get into the mix, and that's the Mohammed.
Wassam Hassan Hussein.
In the second half, one gentleman called Justin Makasoro, he's actually trying to play more deeper in the advanced role. So many times, Teng is the player playing down on the left as a left fullback. Teng. Now Djibouti looking for a progress via Mohamed. Mohamed goes for a very good probably delivery, but again, William Gama was present offside flag against Djibouti's progress. It is a free kick to South Sudan. In case you have just joined us, the game is 0-0 and this is second half. We're live at Juba National Stadium. This is the road to Pamoja. 2027 AFCON. Remember, CAF have announced Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania will be hosting it. South Sudan preparing to bring in two players. Rehan Angeri is one of them. Last season he was affected by injuries, but of course, good to see him back. That's Mr. Rehan Angeri. He played for Muriki Football Club. Currently playing for Al Merrikh Football Club of Argentina. Djibouti continues with what they have started in the half time. Akibino Samuel with a chance. Down to just number 17, and that is Ahmed Amir. What a save from Bajak. He's known for that. It is a corner kick to Djibouti, but of course substitution for South Sudan. Remember, Chan Peter is the player coming on. Chan Peter is coming on for injured Atendele Giriga. But don't forget, just number 17 is also off for South Sudan as Rehan is involved. Idris Ahmed. Ahmed Zakaria. Looking for just number 9, but of course, Gabriel Didise. Ahmed Zakaria once more for Djibouti. I think lack of communication between just number 3, and that's Idris Ahmed, and Mr. Mohamed Hassan Abubakar. A throw in to South Sudan. This time around, throw in to Djibouti. Jack Chol is the player who thought supposed to be a throw in to his country. I think originally it's a foul to Djibouti national team. And Siani Hugo is the player to deliver. Too much for Mohamed Hassan Abubakar. Remember, a commanding fast leg will definitely be too much important for South Sudan in this game. Chan Peter involved for the first time. He plays for Al Merrikh Football Club of Bentiu as well. Now Peter Mayen looking for Rehan Anger. Recovered by Djibouti. What a pass. But a very good eye from Teng. Teng, without any doubt, is one of the top performance for South Sudan in this game. Free kick to Djibouti. Djibouti going very much quickly. Just number 17, Amir dispossessed. Chan Peter, William Gama to Kirimangar. Kirimangar fluking, succeeding, but of course still dribbling down on the left. Kirimangar goes down, and it is a free kick to South Sudan. Kirimangar, one of the players that really keeps learning every day. This is one of the players that really continues to grow in the game every day. Playing for Al Merrikh Football Club of Bentiu as well. But remember, he played for Atlapara Football Club of Juba. He won actually the Konyo League. And I even finished up as a top scorer. He tells you who Kirimangar is. Rehan. Back to Rehan from Peter Mayen. Rehan had a very marvelous, of course, a season with the Munuki Football Club in the Konyo League some 2 years ago or 3. Throw in to Djibouti, but of course recovered very quickly by Rehan, Peter Mayen. Now Kirimangar. Very poor from him this time around. Abubakar. Chan Peter. One of the players that knows South Sudan football very well. Mr. Chan Peter is fouled, and it's a free kick to the home side. Remember, as of the latest FIFA rankings, Djibouti men's national football team is ranked 196 in the world. Opportunity for Kiri Mangar. Very good save from Yusuf. But what a flashing header from Kiri Mangar. That is definitely a big chance for him. William Kama. To Jackson. A delivery. Djibouti clears from their own half. Peter Mayen seems to be involved for much. Justin stays down, but of course recovers. Kirimangari is going for a delivery. Big opportunity for Ajak Chol Riak. And center referee says it is a water break. But interestingly, the game is 0-0. 70 minutes already into the second half. In terms of the goals are scored, definitely 4 goals were scored in the first leg by South Sudan. That means South Sudan are playing this game without any panic, without any pressure, knowing very well they are at home and they have the chances of actually moving to the next round of the competition. But remember, next round will be the draws. I mean, it will be actually the group stage draws. And that's where, always the big problem of South Sudan has been, because they have been going through the preliminaries in most of the cases. But of course, in the group stage draws, that's where the problem normally comes. But we hope definitely this time around, the dream is different. And you could see that there's a different ambitions already for this time around. As of now, but remember, South Sudan are actually ranked 168 in the world right about now, and that is in the latest FIFA rankings. It tells you the home side is better in the latest FIFA rankings than Djibouti. Remember, the highest position was in 2015, where South Sudan were ranked 134, and that was the best. Water break is over and the business continues. Yusuf for Djibouti. It goes to Ahmed Zakaria. It is a throw-in for Djibouti. Zakaria is the player taking it very quickly. Mr. Tank clears from his own territory. And Justin Bakasoro is the player to take a throw-in for South Sudan this time around. On his debut, he scored William Kama. He's been the engine so far. Chan Peter. Nice turn. Looking for Kirimangar, but of course, can he succeed? Definitely. Keeps it alive. Second assistant says the ball is out of the line, and definitely this is a goal kick to Djibouti. Remember, the preliminary round of the AFCON tournament will decide the 6 teams which advances to the group stages. of the qualification tournament. The preliminary consists of a 12 lowest ranked teams among 54 entrants, and also will be held definitely as it's happening now, the month of March. Otherwise, more games were played during the first leg, with Ethiopia beating St. Thomas and Principe 3 goals to 0. But don't forget, Eritrea also able to beat Eswatini by 2 goals to 0 last time out. Sales had a barren draw of a 0-0 against Lesotho. Somalia and Mauritania ended 0-0. Chad and Burundi ended 4-0 in favor of Burundi, with the second leg coming through tomorrow. Djibouti continues to play beautiful football right here. It goes to Mr. Ahmed Amir. Amir looking for Akipino. But of course, our opportunity, and Djibouti scores through Akipino Samuel. He knows how to score at this stadium, Mr. Akipino Samuel. Very, very easy finisher from him. And of course, Djibouti are now leading by a goal to 0 through Akipino Samuel. But nice work done by Amir in the build-up. This is not the first time Akipino Samuel is scoring at Juba National Stadium. And he has given his country the lead. Chirimangar looking past Ahmed Zakaria. Looking for Justin. South Sudan seems like they don't like this idea of getting down. Now Peter Mayen. Djibouti clears from their own half. Now Akipino Samuel is involved. Very poor from him this time around. 10. You may think Djibouti may want to add the momentum more. Peter Mayen looks very much relaxed. Majak looks very much confident. One 0 Djibouti leading. Majak is out of his territory. To Mayen, the captain of the team. Now looking for Riak. Throw in to South Sudan. Djibouti preparing to bring in just number 7. Akipino Samuel, after scoring, yes, he's leaving the pitch. Just number 7 is the player who is getting into the mix. Yusuf Ismail is the player who's actually now in for Akipino Samuel. Rihanna with a long throw-in for South Sudan. There's an appeal of a penalty from Riak. Amir. There are still a number of players for both countries on the bench. For South Sudan, Peter Sunday is still on the bench. Okocha Rasid, another player to mention. Even Matthias Sebit. Are still South Sudan trying their best in terms of leveling matters. South Sudan building from the back through Majak. Majak with a long one, looking for Kiri Mangar. Headed away by Ahmed Zakaria for Djibouti. Now Amir. Amir looking very strongly, going past Gama William. Amir needs support. He needs the support, but still trusting the process. And it is too much for him. Definitely a goal kick for South Sudan. But I think Amir tried his best because he wanted the support. We are already into the 80 minutes already. And the game is 1-0 in favor of Djibouti. Yusuf is having his own moments as a goalkeeper. Throw in to Djibouti. This time around, it turns to be for South Sudan. Remember, the Djiboutian Premier League is the highest division in association football in Djibouti. It was formed in 1987. But remember, Assist Djibouti Telecom is the most successful club in Djibouti Premier League, having won a total of 7 championships. This is something you and I should know. Remember, their clubs compete in the CAF Champions League and also the CAF Confidence, including Djibouti Division 2, Djibouti Cup, and even other competitions within the country. Yellow card goes to Amir because of probably too much complaints. Remember, Djibouti have got a number of clubs like AS Porto. You'll find AS Ata Solar 7. Number of players have played for Ata Solar 7 in Djibouti, including a foul, but of course there's a serious appeal going on from Djiboutian players, thinking that would be a red card, probably. The center referee says still yet to decide, but yes, it is a foul, but can a card be pulled? That is a question also. Ismail is the player who's been fouled. It is going to be a free kick to Djibouti, just like how things stood. Remember, in the last 3 meetings, Djibouti have never beaten South Sudan. Remember, in March 2022, South Sudan were able to beat Djibouti by 1-0. That was in the second leg of the AFCON qualifiers. In the first leg, South Sudan were able to beat Djibouti by 4-2. That means in in most of the meetings. Definitely, South Sudan has been victorious against Djibouti. It tells you Djibouti is one of South Sudan's favorite opponents in the game. A free kick for the visitors are going to be taken by just number 5, and that is Ahmed Zakaria. Peter Mayen is ready to clear it away. Now to Riak. Still, Djibouti feel like they can do something through Amir. Amir looking for space. Finds Ismail. Ismail to Yebe. South Sudan preparing to bring in 2 more players, including Sunday Peter getting ready, and the 10 clears from his territory. Judge number 9 is coming on. Mariel Santos.
6. And going out, number 7.
Well, Kuri is the player coming off alongside just number 10 for South Sudan. Mr. Jackson Duanga. Ismail for Djibouti. A space. Rihan recovers. Amir. Nice defending from Rihan Anger. Ismail still. Very cool ball. Offside flag against Amir. That is definitely a good movement from the visitors. Remember, Peter Sunday is now on for South Sudan, replacing Mr. Jackson. Mariel Santos plays his football in Australia. He's one of the players that definitely add something a lot into the national team. "87 minutes played. We're live at Juba National Stadium, South Sudan versus Djibouti. Peter Mayen almost giving it away. Sunday giving it away this time around. A chance for Djibouti to make it 2. It goes wide. And this is definitely a danger zone for Peter Mayen and probably Sunday Peter. But life continues for South Sudan. Justin to Peter Chan. It goes to Teng. Teng to Majak. Majak to Peter Mayen. Peter Mayen looking for Santos now. Rihan, corner kick to South Sudan. That was really a big one for Santos. Just number 13 is the player to take the corner kick. I'm talking about Bakasi Justin Joseph Bakasoro. Is the player to take the corner kick for South Sudan. The referee still wants to clear the forbidden area because there's a lot of congestion before the corner kick. Yellow card goes to just number 11 of Djibouti, and that is Mohamed Hassan Abubakar. Three minutes added to the second 45. That means we're left with 3 minutes to run off this game. But remember, South Sudan is having a corner kick. And South Sudan would want to add something into the mix. Justin Bakassi delivers. Very good delivery from Justin, but again, solid defending from Djibouti. Djibouti clears from their own half. Remember, we are within 3 minutes, and that is to the second 45. Teng is been actually having a very, very good game. William Gama to Kiri Mangar. Finds Peter Sande for South Sudan. Justin Bakasuro. Free kick to South Sudan. Handball on just number 5. And that is Mr. Ahmed. This will be the last chance, definitely, for the Black Star. Delivers direct to, and of course, Rihan. Corner kick to South Sudan, but of course, what a chance for the Bright Star. Rihanna Nger really almost scored for his side. This is definitely the last chance for South Sudan. Can South Sudan make it 1-1 and continue with the unbeaten record against Djibouti in the last couple of matches? Or this 1-0 from Djibouti will change something a little bit in terms of the history between these two countries? Bakassi delivers. And of course, an appeal of a penalty from South Sudan, but not quite. Opportunity. That is definitely the chance of the match. What is South Sudan continues to press because they feel like they want to end the day with at least something. Chance of the match and also save of the match from Yusuf. This is a big moment for South Sudan, probably. Delivered, but of course still. And the center referee says that is over. Remember, Kual's goal in the first leg, Justin and even Peter Makera alongside Kiri Mangar. Yes, very much enough for South Sudan as they move to the group stage. Of course, qualifiers of the Pamoja AFCON coming up. I'm talking about 2027. Otherwise, chances after chances, especially from Djibouti, but also from South Sudan lately. Number of our players faced the goalkeeper, but none of them could probably produce a goal for South Sudan. But remember, for Djibouti, yes, very good work done by Amir, and a cool finisher from Akibino Samuel definitely rounded off this second leg. Otherwise, full time, South Sudan nil, Djibouti 1. Aggregate 4 goals to 1. Thank you so much.
بداتم المباراه بنفس المساق الذي بداتم به المباراه الاولى. كنتم تهاجمون على نفس المنوال، على نفس الاتجاه، الرواق الايسر. بعد ذلك تراجعتم كثيرا في الاداء. ثم في الشوط الاول بالذات لم تهاجموا كما فعلتم في المباراه السابقه، رغم انكم وعدتم انكم ستقدمون شيئا مغاير في هذه المباراه. الشوط الاول انتهى سلبي، الشوط الثاني سنحت لكم فرصه من خطا من المدافع رسم الهدف. لم تقدموا ما قدمتموه حتى في المباراه الاولى، رغم انكم وزنتم بنتيجه ثقيله. لكن لو سالتني مقارنه بالمباراه السابقه ساقول ان اداءكم كان فيها جيدا. انتم اليوم لعبتم من اجل الفوز فقط، من اجل ان تلعبوا وتفوزوا فقط. حاولتم ان تحرزوا هدف ثم عدتم لادراجكم وقمتم باقلاع المنافس. هل تعتقد انكم تستحقون الفوز اليوم؟
Oui, oui. Je vais dire merci encore. Shukran. Je vais dire que tu as dit qu'on n'a pas été bon. J'ai dit non, on a été bon. On a été bon. Et pourquoi on a été bon? On s'est créé beaucoup d'occasions avant eux, en première mi-temps. Si on allait marquer les 5 occasions qu'on a eues, c'est-à-dire on est parti à la surface, mais on n'a pas été un peu tueur sur la finition. Ça a travaillé, c'est vrai, ça a travaillé. Mais si on allait marquer les 4-5 occasions qu'on a eues, on allait gagner encore beaucoup plus que ça. Mais après, c'est la chaleur qui fait qu'on se réserve pour en plus repartir à la seconde période pour essayer de chercher la victoire. Mais quand même, c'est pas un match où on peut dire qu'on n'a pas été bon. On a été vraiment bon, on a été organisé. Ce qui nous manquait, c'est être réaliste face au but. C'est ça qui nous manquait, mais quand même, je dirais félicitations, bravo aux joueurs. Avec la chaleur qui était intense, ils ont su gérer. À demi-teinte, oui, c'est vrai, mais quand même, il faudrait que je les félicite. Et je dirais prochainement, n'oubliez pas que aussi, on a une équipe jeune, rajeunie, qui a un avenir à devenir, Inch'Allah.
المدرب هذا فكرته خالد. أنا قلت اليوم المباراة الأولى كانت أحسن من المباراة الأولى ثانية، وأنا قال المدرب اليوم لعبوا مباراة جيدة. المباراة الأولى تقدمنا كثيرا، هجمنا، لكن كان أخطاؤنا في الدفاع. وأنا هذه اليومين عملت أن أكون مستقر في ملعبي ونهاجمهم بكرات الجناحية، وهذا الذي أضافنا اليوم وصلنا الهدف. كان صعب أن نسجل 4 أهداف في الشوط الأول، صعب. هذه كل شيء يكون صعب عندما تفعل بشيء صعب. وقال ثانيا، وأنا فكرتي كانت اليوم أن لا نهاجم الشوط الأول وننتظر وجدنا فرص تسجيل وندافع. لو سجلوا علينا الهدف الأول كانت مباراة انتهت ب5-0. كان علينا صعب أن نعوض. ومباراة الأولى كما وعدت اللاعبين أن نفعل شيئا غير المباراة الأولى. ولو قلت لي اليوم أنا نعم أقول لكم أهم شيء هو العبدة كلهم شبان أكثر من 20 سنة 20 سنة، لأن بدأنا قريب وأكثرهم هم لاعبين الذين يلعبوا تحت 20 سنة، وغير كثيرا من اللاعبين. أنا قال إن شاء الله نعلم لنا المستقبل ونسنعمل إن شاء الله بالجهد وبالتوفيق. وهني اللاعبين اليوم تحت الضغط المناخ، ولعبنا لعبنا جيدا وفزنا المباراة. هذا أهم شيء. وجدنا فرص كثيرة أكثر من السودان. كان
ما شاهدناه انه كان يحصل عمليه التحضير في الخلف وتمرير المقصوم مع
صامويل حصل فرصة جيدة.
صامويل كان كما حط طلع له بساط طويله استوى.
لو سددها كانت هدف.
جوزيف.
كويس كوتش. صافي جوزيف، اول حاجه نحن جيبوتي بالفوز المره الاولى على جنوب السودان.
شكرا.
بعد فتره طويله انا راح جيبوتي للمسابقات الافريقيه. يا جاسة بالتاكيد للمره تقريبا الخامس ولا السادس الذي راح جيبوتي للمراحل المتقدمه. ما هي الرساله الاخيره لشعب جيبوتي في عدم تاخر المنتخب؟
D'abord, c'est de jouer devant nos supporters pour apporter un surplus. Certes, c'est vrai qu'il y a une histoire avant et une histoire après. Maintenant, on pense qu'on avait gagné un match, mais ils avaient gagné pas mal de fois contre nous. Chaque match a une histoire. Et aujourd'hui, nous avons écrit notre histoire. Je dirais qu'on va rebondir, on reviendra encore plus fort avec une structure encore plus meilleure. Les joueurs seront là motivés et prochainement on va se qualifier Inch'Allah prochainement.
قال لك الرسالة الرسول لجماهير جيبوتي تشجعنا لأننا ما لعبنا قدام جماهيرنا. ثانيا هي خامس مرة نلعب ضد جنوب السودان. فزنا مرتين وفازوا علينا 3 مرات. يعني 2-0 كان 2017 وخسرنا هنا 6-0. وبعدين لعبنا مرتين، مرة في مصر ومرة في أوغندا خسرنا مباراتين. يعني كل الجماعة 6 مباريات خسرنا 4 وفزنا 2. أظن كده الحسابات. قال جنوب السودان فريق جيد منتظم، كمان طوال القامة ما شاء الله، معهم قال بنية جسمانية. والآن أنا معي الشباب وللمستقبل. وأول شيء أنا أقول للفريق اليوم لعبوا مباراة جيدة وهنئهم. للمستقبل إن شاء الله سنفكر، وإن شاء الله كل الجماهير ورانا سيشجعونا لو كنا نلعب في ملعبنا. الآن إن شاء الله بعد 2 يكون الملعب جاهز، وأنا من ضمن من اتحاد جيبوتي، وأنا من جيبوتي، وإن شاء الله قريبا إن شاء الله سنبني ملعبا ب15,000 مشجع. إن شاء الله هذه المرة سنغير كل الأحوال الكروية. والآن فتحنا قريبا أكاديمي كبير، أكاديمي ونقابل بهم 40 لاعبا 11 سنة نساء ورجال. إن شاء الله في المستقبل نعمل أن نكون من أفضل الفرق في أفريقيا إن شاء الله.
أستاذ كريم يوحنا كندو.
شكرا.
BBC راديو. سؤالي لك للكوتش، تحدثت عن الجمهور، هل يا ترى لو كان المباراة اليوم فيها جماهير سيكون سهل عليك وتفوز لجنوب السودان؟ 1. 2. مباراة اليوم فزت بهدف وخسرنا المباراة ب4 أصفار. هل يا ترى أن الفوز عادل بالنسبة لجيبوتي؟ أم أن مدرب جنوب السودان سهل الأمور للمنتخب جيبوتي؟ أما سؤال للكابتن.
أول مرة خلينا Est-ce que tu crois que l'entraîneur a la facilité pour vous pour gagner les matchs, ou si les faits, les supporters sont là, tu fais gagner les matchs?
Voilà. C'est vrai qu'avec le public, c'est différent. Chaque match est différent. Parce que ça va les pousser davantage. Ça allait être plutôt difficile pour nous et plutôt facile pour eux. Parce qu'ils avaient le public avec eux, ils allaient l'encourager de l'avant. Ça aurait dû être difficile pour nous, certes. Mais il faut savoir que le coach n'avait pas besoin de nous laisser passer. Il avait envie de gagner ce match-là. Nous, on avait à cœur de rebondir et de gagner notre match. Chaque match a une histoire. Ils ont écrit leur histoire, on devrait écrire notre histoire. Donc c'est ça quoi. On est parti chercher la victoire. Dieu merci, on les a eus. Mais quand même, il faudrait... On est dessus. On est dessus du premier match parce qu'on n'a pas su défendre bien, on n'était pas bien organisé. Mais ça ne veut pas dire qu'aujourd'hui, ils nous ont laissé passer. Je ne pense pas. Ils avaient les mêmes joueurs sur le terrain, la même envie que le match passé.
هذا المدرب لو كانوا مشجعين جنوب السودان كانت تكون مباراة صعبة. أظن أنه كانوا يفوزوا بالمرة الأولى أكثر من 4 أهداف. نحن كمان لو لعبنا في بلادنا مشجعين كان مختلف كمان اليوم. وما أقول لك كان المدرب سهل علينا، لعبا نفس الأسلوب، لعبا من نفس 11 لاعب اللي لعبوا ضدنا. هم كانوا هم بنوا تاريخ فازوا مننا المرة الأولى. الآن بنينا تاريخ جديد نفوز منهم. كان كل مباراة لها تاريخ.
سؤال للكابتن. المباراة اللي فات لاحظنا هنا الملعب كان الشعار الكابتنية لكابتن لاعب آخر، اليوم لاعب آخر. ما يصير في تغيير الشعار الكابتنية؟
لا أصلاً هو ما يتكلم. أنا برد عليك هذا السؤال. هو يتكلم ما يتكلم بكرة فرنساوي، ما يتكلم لغتنا. هو مولود في بلجيكا، لكن هو من جنس جيبوتي. لو نلعب الفرق الاخرى ضد يتكلمون اللغه الفرنسيه هو الذي ياخذ الكابتن الاول هو. ثانيا الكابتن الاول كان اليوم في الاحتياط، عندما دخل اخذ اشاره.
Il était malade.
كان مريضا ايضا.
تمام. شكرا رئيس بعثة منتخب جيبوتي، شكرا كوتش، شكرا كابتن، شكرا لكم.
شكرا عليكم. مبروك
شكرا صح رسالة لمنتخب جنوب السودان.
شكرا لكم.
اوكي كوتش. شكرا.
Thank you, Emmanuel. I think the game's principle and culture is based on respect and mutual recognition. So I don't think coach substance here is a deliberate, underestimation of another team. Otherwise, we would have played. We would have not played against Djibouti. Playing alone against Djibouti means respect to the Djiboutians team. But I can go further with some administrative technical things. I think this is my answer to you. Everyone in the game deserves respect, including everyone in Djibouti's team. Thank you.
My name is Johanna Kundu. The game today lose 1-0 from Djibouti. And last game we have combined. Do you think today is logic for us to lose this game?
In football, things happen. You don't get a result until the whistle is blown after 90 plus minutes. So it's not strange. It happens in the game.
First question is for the captain. Captain, do you have a proper vote for the match? I have two questions. My first question is what is going on from the captain, and then when you answer, I'll ask the second question.
Sure.
So my first question is, do you have proper vote for the match, especially consideration the condition of the pitch?
Yeah, I normally move with two boots, and I chose the best boot for this pitch today, and that's what the boot I had used to during the game.
Okay, the second question is for the coach. Coach, you say I was not talking to you, but I was talking to Ashley.
Okay.
I asked him why they refused to have water in the beach, and then he answered me. He answered from the staff, not properly me. They don't have a proper put the players. So that's mean you don't have you was left from us or what?
I don't get you. Can you repeat the last line, please?
عندنا سبيشال بوت ولنا شرطه في ما في البوت اللي بيلعبوه في الملعب
نجيلة
في النجيله الصناعيه لكن طبعا في
These are small technicalities that we cannot expose maybe here. But every footballer, reads where he's going to play, the weather, the ground. So he suits himself to that condition. So I think I am clear up to here, if you get me right.
Yes.
My name is Benjamin of the Radio Nova and the Cabinet. I'm going to ask you, question. First of all, it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
I want to know if we look and compare the two games, the previous game was a lot of hunger, a lot of passion, was need for goal. Today's game was a little bit opposite. It was a lot of reluctance. They got the ball, they played a little more back. The defenders were more engaged in the game today than how we had the midfielder and the attacking previous game. I want to know, was the idea just come in and take the game, or you had a plan of coming in and you want to come up with my team work out?
So if you have the technical team having a plan with the boys in the field sometimes have their own plan. So the plan from the coach was to come and do the same thing we did in the first league, which is to win the game straightforward from the first minute. And then what happened in the first half and the whole second half was we see the players like behaving that they have the results already. So they are down, maintaining and killing the game, managing the game. It's like they are defending the results they have. So we try to push ahead, but they maintain their style. And at least at the end, the aim is common when we share the aim, which is to progress to the group stage, and we did. So this is what happened.
From now to the next window is going to be quite a bit of time. I want to know from the perspective, how are you going to some active and ready for the next encounter?
Yeah, for sure. Most of the players in the national team, I would say 99% are playing, and they're active with their clubs. So the league is on, and when the league is done, as professionals, you always keep yourself active. And we normally don't have too much time to rest, so probably everyone will be active with their team. So we'll be ready for the next task in the group stage.
Further.
Okay, let's talk about the two games. I wish the coach was here because we have been asking him yesterday. He gave us some answers and today was waiting to fulfill the promises he gave, also he's not here. The first game our team played, we give the issue that we don't want to spend a lot of energy for because we're having another second match. Today, we play the same way. We've been giving a chance to the defender of Djibouti to come up with the ball. And over the side, the Djiboutians were not allowing us to come up with the ball, to keep blocking us down there. We have another issue. We keep our players on the two sides, on the wingers, opening the field. Why do you have a big gap which been affecting on the performance of our midfielders? Because there was no one supporting them. And the other side, when you talk about the penetration, there was no player who can help. Although we have a good striker playing on the 17th, you find supporting the ball. You know, you see our players that playing from the outside. So I don't know, because we have been asking him yesterday, he gave us some answers. Today, now what is wrong is happening. So I don't know if you can answer it.
I think I just said something about the rhythm and the situations that happens in games.
We're not seeing any correction or someone trying to call the player to adjust what's happening. They're not listening to what you guys told them.
So you've just answered your question, I think. Someone was telling them and they were not responding to what they were being told. So it happens in football. I can't say that. I can't say the players. No, no, we are agreeing on something, which is the team is for the coach to guide. But sometimes you also have your camera sometimes doing some trouble to you. So it happens in life. Whatever you control sometimes may defeat you to handle. I'm not saying the players are defeating the coach. No, situations judges what happens next. But then the aim, I think all of us should agree that we have achieved what we wanted from the two games, which is group stage. I'm not a diplomat. I'm a football coach. So thank you.
Yes.
Last game, Coach Ashu was not on the technical stage. He promised that today he would be there. Today he was not there again. And now the press conference is not here. Could you please explain to us why Coach Ashu was not on the bench and why is he not?
I could not explain because it's nice you asked me politely. Could I please explain? I could not explain because I don't have the reasons and the information about to give you. And you said it's administrative and we are technical guys here. So you look for administrative guys to help give you the answers. Just kindly.
Last one? Yeah. We'll give you.
I'm just saying congratulations possible, Coach.
Thank you.
During the game, the momentum wasn't what we expected. That's like we were here yesterday. In the game, they seem to get an appeal of penalty from the players. As a captain, do you think that the team indeed deserved a penalty? Because there were two occasions where players were questioning or asking for a penalty. So do you think that that was really a penalty incident, especially in the second half?
Yeah, I think we also there was a handball in the box, but because since there's no VR, it's always difficult to judge. We wanted the referee to look at it, but there's no VAR, and it's always very tricky, to to go and argue with the referee when you deep down you know he's not going to change the decision again. So we just stick back to playing, because the more you go to the referee, he will just keep cautioning you with the card. So I told the guys just to leave everything and just try to play.
Last one.
Normally, every time you lose the match, the coach refuses to attend the conference press.
The question to whom?
The coach refused to come every time.
The coach, the question to the player or the captain? The coach. Okay.
Because the captain has seen already.
Okay. The question is, what's the question?
It is normal every time you lose a match that the coach refuses to attend the conference press. Is that normal?
No, please, it's not. That's not what we do. And you can go to YouTube and check South Sudan's games. We played big teams here like Senegal and Congo. We lost results, big margins, but we still, because it's a protocol.
Why?
I
promised yesterday to come here.
But you asked about the former games, not today.
No, but, okay, now if I talk about the now, why he didn't come?
He sent me to do it on his behalf.
That's not my answer.
I think I should stand here with you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain Peter McHale. Thank you, Rizk Hakim. Thank you for you. Also, thank you for you attending this press conference. With this one, I think we come to end our press conference. Thank you for you.